They laughed as they ripped her shirt in front of the whole gym right after she had just been humiliated by a fake promposal. Her books hit the floor, her glasses cracked. Everyone was watching. No one stood up for her. That moment could have broken her. But instead, she stood up literally, and what she did next made the entire gym go silent. Asterisk. This is the story of Alina Torres, and it begins in tears, but ends in triumph. Asterisk. Alina had always been the quiet girl. Not weird, not rude, just quiet. She kept to herself, preferred books over drama, and spent most of her time drawing or writing poetry in the library. Her clothes were simple, her hair often tied in a low ponytail, and her voice rarely raised above a whisper. Her classmates often looked past her, as if she were part of the furniture in the hallway. But Alina didn't mind. She liked her solitude. It was peaceful. But even peace has its enemies. Senior year at Northwood High was buzzing with prom hype. Posters covered the walls. Promposals were happening every day. Loud, silly, romantic, dramatic. Alina watched them all from a distance, smiling faintly at the girls who cried with joy and the boys who rehearsed speeches in the bathroom mirror. Asterisk. She didn't expect to be asked. Didn't think anyone even knew her name. Asterisk. So when Jason Michaels, captain of the soccer team and one of the most popular guys in school, approached her one morning at her locker with flowers in his hand and a crowd behind him, Alina froze. Asterisk. Alina, he said loudly, I've been noticing you for a while. I think you're special. Will you go to prom with me? Asterisk. Everyone turned. Phones came out. Laughter bubbled in the background. Alina stood stiff, heart pounding, unsure if this was real. But he looked sincere. His eyes didn't mock. His voice was gentle. She whispered yes. The hallway erupted in gasps and claps. Jason smiled, handed her the flowers, and walked away. Alina stood still, flushed with confusion, and maybe hope. That hope lasted until lunchtime. A video went viral across the school group chat. It showed Jason laughing with his friends. I actually got her to say yes. Bro, I didn't think she'd fall for it, one of them said. Can't believe she thought it was real. Jason laughed. Alina's heart broke in her chest. Her fingers trembled as she deleted the message. But it was too late. Everyone had seen it. Asterisk. She skipped the next few classes, cried quietly in the nurse's office. She didn't want revenge. She just wanted to disappear. But they didn't stop there. Later that afternoon, the gym was packed for a school assembly. Students sat on the bleachers, restless and chatty. Alina tried to sneak into the far corner, hoping to go unnoticed. Asterisk. But Jason and his friends had other plans. Asterisk. They approached her with smirks on their faces. Still saving me a dance, Alina? One of them said, loud enough for people to turn and stare. Asterisk. She tried to walk away. Head down. That's when it happened. One of the girls in the group, a cheerleader named Mia, grabbed her shoulder and spun her around. We got you a new prom dress, she said mockingly. Asterisk. Before Alina could react, Mia yanked the front of her shirt hard. Asterisk. The fabric tore loudly, buttons popping off and falling onto the polished gym floor. Alina gasped. The gym went quiet. The laughter turned uncomfortable. A few people pulled out their phones. Others just stared. Asterisk. Tears filled her eyes. She clutched her torn shirt, ready to run. Asterisk. But then something shifted. Asterisk. A voice echoed in her head. Her older brother's voice. Years ago when she was struggling with bullies in middle school, he had taken her to karate class. People will push you if they think you're weak, he had said. But you're not weak, Alina. You just need to believe it. Asterisk. She had stopped going to classes after a year. But muscle memory never forgets. She straightened, let go of her torn shirt, and looked Mia in the eyes. Mia smirked. What are you? Gonna cry? Asterisk. Before she could finish, Alina stepped forward with lightning speed, pivoted on her heel, and delivered a perfect roundhouse kick to the gym mat right beside Mia's feet. Close enough that the sound cracked through the gym like thunder. Mia jumped back and fell. Jason stood stunned, mouth open. Asterisk. Alina turned to him. I said yes, because I believed you, not because I'm desperate. But you. Her voice was calm but firm. You're a coward hiding behind a crowd." The gym went silent. Then someone clapped, then another, and soon the entire gym erupted. In applause, Mia crawled away. Jason mumbled something and disappeared. Alina didn't cry. She walked to the front of the gym, grabbed a forgotten hoodie from the bleachers, zipped it up, and sat back down. Proud, whole, powerful that day. Everything changed. No one mocked her again. Not because they feared her, but because they finally saw her. Alina wasn't invisible anymore. She wasn't the shy girl who sat alone. She was the girl who stood up even when her shirt was ripped, her heart was crushed, and her voice was shaking. A few days later, she was called into the principal's office. Not for punishment, but praise. Several students had spoken up, even teachers. The principal apologized on behalf of the school and offered to host a self-defense workshop led by Alina if she was willing. She was. Alina taught not just kicks and blocks but self-worth, dignity, and the courage to stand even when no one else does. Prom night came and went. She didn't attend. Instead, she stayed home with her brother, watched old martial arts movies, and laughed for the first time in weeks. Because strength doesn't always wear heels and glitter. Sometimes it wears torn fabric and a quiet soul. And sometimes a roundhouse kick speaks louder than any scream.